happy you're home.
I'm happy I'm home.
Good. What's up, everybody? We have a story for you. The past couple videos have not included Allie, and that's because Allie took a little vacation
To the Dominican Republic. Hello everybody, I'm the Allie from Trent and Allie that is really excited to be home, really excited to be back in the van with this guy. It was not the vacation I was expecting it to be. My mom and I had planned this kind of mother-daughter getaway to go to a family wedding in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic many months ago. It's been something we've both looked forward to, and Trent hangs out here. We're in the DC area where I grew up with my dad.
I've met Allie's dad a few times. We've hung out with him, you know, for a weekend or a week here or there. He's a cool guy. I've always gotten along with him well, but this was gonna be like just me and Allie's dad for like 4 or 5 days.
I was really nervous. Every time we would call them, they were having a blast. And for the first few days, we were having a blast too. Things were going great. Wedding festivities were so much fun. I was going to make a video while I was down there.
Family vacations as an adult
Yeah.
versus family vacations when you're a kid.
Yeah. Hello guys, on vacation with my family in Punta Cana. I thought I would maybe make a little episode about this vacation, ways that I am appreciating this time with them. Did not get done filming that video because other things got in the way. The wedding was a beautiful beach wedding.
Your picture perfect destination wedding.
It really was. The next morning, it had started to rain. By the time we woke up and were getting ready for breakfast, it was raining hard. We walk about 10 steps through this little courtyard. I'm right in front of my mom, and I hear her go down behind me. I turn around, and she's on the ground, completely immobilized, basically screaming in pain. She slipped in a puddle or some wet concrete and did the full splits. One leg straight out in front of her, one leg straight behind her, so hard that she came down on both hands and both elbows.
Face to knee.
We tried every position that I could try to help lift her up, from the front, from the back. Finally, we get her back into the hotel room. Luckily, we were like 10 steps outside of our hotel room door. Start to just reassess. She didn't hit her head. I'm shining a light in her eyes. I'm making sure like her neck and her back and her hips feel okay. She seems to be in a lot of pain in her hamstring area, like she had massively pulled or torn some ligaments in and around her hamstring. But we're kind of just like, okay, well, this is poop. Both of us are just trying to keep each other calm. My mom is a yogi master. She's fit. She's very in tune with her body. She's very aware of the power that your mind has over your body, and she was just trying to talk herself into a calmer state. She told me to go get some breakfast. She wants to lay here, she'll be fine, and just to come back after breakfast.
So then Allie texts me and lets me know, we left for breakfast this morning and my mom like fell and she hurt her leg, and I don't know what's going on, but like she's in a lot of pain. I was like kind of making light of the situation, and I was like, oh what, she's like fallen and she can't get up, like jokingly. In reality, Allie came back to the room and it's been about 3 hours since she initially fell. Her mom had still not gotten up. Her mom was still on the floor. And in my head, I'm like, well, you have a pulled hamstring, but your mom, you should be able to like help her up. She should be able to get onto the bed or something along those lines. And she was like, well, my mom just wants to stay on the floor and try to work it out.
So I'm trying to help my mom get up, sit on the bed, move a little bit, and I'm trying to just stay as calm as possible. It's just me and my mom. She's a very capable, independent woman. I've always, you know, had the daughter role in our relationship. So if I stay calm, I figure she's lucid, she's cognitively, consciously aware, she's able to tell me if she needs a doctor. And she was saying, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Just let's take it slow. I just need to rest. I need to take it easy. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever you need. We finally figure out how to get my mom from the floor onto the bed. And I think, okay, good, you're on the bed, you're comfortable, you're stable, everything's gonna be great. The worst is over.
Allie is texting me again saying, well, my mom's in the bed now, but I don't know, like it seems really bad. We don't know what to do. A doctor's gonna be expensive. But then Allie tells me one thing that is like a major red flag. When her mom was trying to stand up, she was passing out from the pain alone.
Which, it's crazy how hindsight is 20/20. Looking back on the day after everything unfolded, there were a million times when I can see clearly what I should have done differently. And how I wish I could have changed one thing. I mean, luckily at the end of the day, she's fine and it's okay, but she was in so much pain and we were both just trying to save face for each other, keep the situation calm. Finally, I realized my mom is passing out. Like, this is way above my head. I need help. The fact that I was the daughter in the situation, I was the only person there. A lot of people from the wedding had already left or were leaving. I was just realizing that it was getting more and more serious and that I was feeling more and more out of control.
And keep in mind, they're supposed to fly out of the Dominican Republic the next day. Her mom can't stand up. You're gonna miss your flight. And that became kind of a big deal, to be trapped in a different country and not knowing when you're gonna be leaving. All this weight is set on Allie's shoulders. She's having to be the sole decision maker in all these scenarios.
So at this point now, I'm talking to the hotel staff, trying to figure out if there's a doctor available, in very broken Spanish, trying to communicate in this foreign country by myself with my mom that I'm starting to feel like is no longer aware of the decisions that she is making, and I'm starting to feel like I need to take over and make things happen definitively, even if she didn't want the doctor to come. It's no longer in her hands, which is a really hard decision to make as the child, and trying as hard as possible to just be on duty, to be clear, to be articulate, to be completely non-emotional, and make sure that above all else, my mom was safe. The safety of the situation became my priority.
She gets a doctor from the hotel staff. You're getting in an ambulance and you're going to the hospital right now. They get her into a hospital.
She starts telling me, you know, my hand does kind of hurt a lot. And I look at it and it's black and blue on both sides of her palm. X-rays, sonograms, doctors, hours and hours go by.
She's got a broken bone in her hand, pretty severe hamstring tear with a large hematoma, basically internal bleeding inside the muscle, which is extremely painful. They relay this message to me and Allie's dad, a terrible feeling of helplessness. We both sat here wanting to help, wanting to be able to do something, realizing that Allie's mom was basically drugged and in a hospital bed at this point, and Allie's just sitting in a hospital room by herself, trying to make it through the night.
Finally, I'm able to relax a little bit. I'm like, all right, my mom is under medical supervision. She's stable. Things are gonna get better. Tomorrow, we're gonna be okay. So the next morning we wake up trying to help her stretch and help her gently, gingerly move herself. She cannot get out of bed. That's when I start to realize, okay, this is gonna be a longer process. We end up making friends with a lot of the nurses. They took pity on me, start braiding my hair.
This trip in paradise on the beach where they're supposed to be relaxing and drinking pina coladas turned into stay in the hospital where you couldn't go home if you wanted to.
Finally, we were able to get her mobile, upright enough. We could, with a lot of wheelchair support and assistance from the airport, get her onto a plane and fly her home. We actually just got back from doctor's appointments all day today, getting everything reevaluated. She has a huge cast on her hand now, which
she's thrilled about.
She's thrilled about. Basically, I had to just start making decisions and start taking charge of the situation. The transition in role reversal became more and more apparent. And I had to work with all these different parts to make sure that, you know, the bills were gonna be covered. We were checked out of the hotel. We were able to book a flight, wheelchair support and assistance at the airport. We had a taxi lined up. All of this in very broken Spanish really forced me to see things in a new light and take a step back and appreciate my mom for everything that she is to me and everything that she has taught me. And, you know, sometimes you have to just step up and take charge when you're least expecting it in a way that you're never prepared for.
It's a transition that every kid makes with their parents or every parent makes with their kids. And that's where you get to a certain point in life where you realize the person that's been making the decisions and taking care of you in tough situations is going to be the person receiving your care, and you're gonna have to make decisions for that person.
This was a terrifying situation for me to be in. You just do what it takes, and you find yourself not wanting to make decisions, being forced to be the decision maker, and then all of a sudden rising to meet the needs of what is going on. Showed me that you are more capable than you think you are.
And you did such a good job.
Thanks.
Allie really did amazingly in this scenario, especially for being somewhat of an emotional person like she is. She kept it together extremely well, and she was strong when she needed to be. So I just want to say thank you, and you did a great job. But now we are back in Washington, D.C. It has still rained every single day almost. If you guys have heard rain, that's because it's happening right now while we're filming this.
It's a blessing in disguise, right? Because it's raining, we don't feel the rush to travel. We're gonna stay here with my parents a few more days. We're gonna cherish that time that we get to spend with them and tell the people that we love them.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you for your thoughts and your kind words to everyone that follows on Instagram and has been keeping up to date with what's been going on. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that as well.
Things are getting better. Everybody's doing okay now. You're stronger than you think. You're smarter than you think. You're better than you think. You have it in you to rise to the occasion. Even if you're second guessing yourself, you can do it. Even if it's freaking you out.
If you guys would please like the video, we would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to Trent and Allie if you haven't already.
We'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks.